Alright, friends, well, this is exciting. Let's try that again. Okay, friends, well, this is exciting. We're going to try to do a live streamed workout on a platform called Skool with my community on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and what's the other one we have on here? Twitch. For the first time with integrated chat so everybody can see what everybody's saying, which is kind of cool. So I have to do a couple debugs on my phone to make sure I can watch it. And then from there, I will start working out. We have some great lifts today. Let me show that really quick. So we are on day 849 of my fitness journey. Our demotivation of the day is why is 1% better. Hard every time, like it's always hard to get better. And we're going to work through some of these. These are my reps that I did last time through. So we'll get it reset. So let me just do a quick sound audio check on all 3 platforms, and then we will jump in and exercise. But it should be terrible pretty much the whole time. So we check LinkedIn first, and then I'll check Twitch, and then I will check. Let's see. What will I check next? Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube. But I'm very curious if I can live stream fitness. I'm particularly LinkedIn is a very contextual platform, and I've never done fitness content on it. I'm very niche into robotics. Oh, looks like it's working. Maybe. Have a circle of death. That's not good. This is very curious. Let's see if I have that same column with YouTube. My channel. I know these are things you can't see that are happening. All right, well, that's promising. So, I know these you can see that are happening. Yeah, and the mic should suck. I'm going to get a better mic for this. That's kind of cool, though. All right, so YouTube's almost good. Let me do a comment to test the commenting feature here. One more second. How's it going, friends? See if that comes through. Hey, that's kind of fun. All right, let's go to Twitch. Is this thing on? Hey, Twitch works. This is the first time I've ever had multi-streaming, ever. And I've been a content creator for over half a decade. Oh my gosh, this is wild. This is so wild. Let's see, now we want to see if LinkedIn's figured itself out. And then we can exercise. This is the necessary sound check. There we go. Journey or demotivation. All right, it looks like it's working. LinkedIn's just got some latency. Checking the chat integration. Hey, LinkedIn works. Okay, very cool. Let's kill all of that. I'm just going to watch it on YouTube because that seems to be the less steady. And then I'll come around the corner to watch chat on Skool. Actually, I can do picture. Yeah. Oh, I might have found a crazy hack. No, actually, it's not a crazy hack because I won't be able to read that. Dang it. Oh, we're still going to try it. Let's see. Let's go to my community. think we're about to hit 300 members in my community, which is crazy. No, not 300, 57. All right, cool. Let's set it up this way. If I make my chat big, I think we're good. All right, cool. Let's go exercise. I'm not excited about this, but I'm never excited about it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this workout. Any workout. Sore. Is to make ourselves do things we don't want to do. That's the whole goal. Makes us stronger and better. So let's change our camera. Let's go wide. And we're probably going to angle our camera down. Shoot. One more nerd thing I gotta do. This isn't gonna work. Yeah, nothing's happening. OBS. I'm gonna do some talking about foolery. Give me a second. Gotta change some stuff. Yeah. So basically, I have a touchpad. It's called a Stream Deck that I have integrated with my camera's gimbal controls so that I can move it around. And when I reconnect the camera, it loses all of my controls. So I'm fixing that really quick. And ideally, it should work. Just this thing. So should be good. Now we can move the camera. Yeah, buddy. Light work. So we're gonna start with some groundwork. So I'm gonna angle the camera down first. My shoes. Even move left and right. Nice. Yeah, we'll start over there. Let's go back to. And we'll do 6 seconds. Okay. Cool. So like any workout I ever do, I'm not incredibly enthusiastic about it, but we're gonna make the most out of it. So let's. Oh shoot. Now luckily, weather in Chicago is kind of nice today. We're in like the 50s, 60s, which is weird. Fahrenheit for all my Euro friends. So it's not as miserable as it used to be. We're gonna do hip openers, so it's like clams, so 10 of those. But yeah, we have about 15 days until my keynote in Basel, Switzerland. 15, 14, or 16. I gotta go recheck. It's too soon. I fly out on March 1st. The event's the 3rd through the 5th. My keynote on innovation from the margins is on the 4th, near the middle end of the day. And then I have a workshop before that on hitting zero and kind of nurturing this, what's the word? Like embracing the art of public failure and having the audacity to not care what people think about you, which is really, really important in entrepreneurship. Like it's just so vital to stretch that muscle, if that makes sense, because your life's going to look radically different than just about everybody that you're in circles with, especially everybody who's in like a traditional wage kind of position. So that's going to be really interesting because originally I thought I'd do the keynote first, which would be a wider audience, and then take a couple people deeper in the workshop. But the order's inverted, so I'm trying to tell myself that's a good thing. And I just have to scaffold the stories a little bit differently. I mean, both stories have to assume that it's a fresh audience every time, but I do want it to feel layered for people that get pulled across both of them. In the Hitting Zero workshop, I plan on going a lot deeper, like into financial risk we've navigated and just unpacking different pieces.
Whereas the keynote is really trying to punch towards how do we take risks on behalf of the global patients and clinicians we serve. Everything we do, well, not everything, within large corporates and strategics like Johnson & Johnson, everyone is so risk adverse, and you're trying to burn down risk and have everything perfect before you go after an opportunity. And the counter narrative that I want to create is just that medical innovation is inherently risky. Like, there's no avoiding it. And if we can take intentional risks on behalf of these patients, we're going to develop something way more meaningful. At least that's my bet. That's pretty cool. So I'm working on that. I've been prepping for it for over 100 days now, I can say that, which is crazy. Over 100 days of prep for this keynote. Oh my God. And I still don't feel ready, which is normal. It's okay. By the way, friends, I'm not really like teaching the workouts that I'm doing. If you have questions, like let me know. I have this whole thing wrapped up as a 16-week half marathon training program. If you want access to it, it's $100, or you can you join monthly in my community. Then you get access to this for free. And you can just work out whatever you want. But I put a GoPro on my head, went for runs all across Japan. So I got workouts in Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. Where else did I go? My favorite one is in Sapporo. Sapporo has a really interesting vibe. It's way north in Japan, like way north of the tip. And they have, the way the city's laid out is really aesthetic. It's similar to Nagoya. But they have like this mini, it's a radio tower, but it looks like a little mini Eiffel Tower. There's actually a couple of those in Japan. There's one in Nagoya, there's one in Sapporo, in the center of town, and then in Tokyo you have Tokyo Tower, which is the most iconic one. Oh my God. But that was one of my favorite runs, especially because I had a lot of setbacks. We navigated COVID, we were traveling, I fell off my rhythm. It was like right before the big race, and I was all in my head, and that run in particular was like, let's just walk back in and get the distance we can get and see if we can extend our mileage. And we broke our own rules and like just tried to push and be like, yeah, we can still do it. And kind of, it was pushing through some of the self-exclusion we often navigate in careers and life and fitness. And just saying like, you know what, it's messy, it's not perfect, but we're gonna get up and get out, do the work. And we ran it, and it was a messy half marathon. It was our worst time ever. It was very slow. It was very messy. It was incredibly painful, to quote Bane. But we got it done. And I was very proud of it. All right. Let's get up. Let's see if there's anything in chat. Oh my gosh. No, not yet. Don't get too excited, John. You know it takes a while. Okay, so that's that warm up, and then we have inchworms next. Whew. So this will be kind of crawl out towards you. Now, in a perfect world, I'd have a local mic on my face. I know it's like a terrible garage sound mic. I can do better, but 1% better today looked like figuring out how to live stream on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. No, dang it. Was it Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn? And do a webinar in my community on Skool with integrated chat. 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh my God, I'm so sore. But we are coming off a third shift brain, so waking up early and exercising, massive win, because I wasn't able to get any workouts in during the 4 days I had third shift, which is normal. I mean, I'm walking around all day, slinging boxes everywhere. But at the same time, like, I long for the day. Here we go. We can talk about longings in entrepreneurship. I long for the day when I can work out when I want, I can hang out with my kids when I want, and I can do business when I want. And then I could find this integration that's beautiful. And I truly believe it's possible because I've seen many people that have that. But I also recognize planes take off into the wind. Like, you have to push against resistance. And from a lot of the entrepreneurs I've connected with that have been successful in different contexts, there is always this season of like double work that happens. It's messy. And during that season, you're not going to have your perfect health stack. So for me, I got to give myself grace and be like, look, today's the day where I have just enough margin to work out. I could live stream it. Who knows, maybe I'll get a couple sales from it or something cool. It's just an opportunity to connect with my community and provide value. And we go from there. Excellent. Okay, so next, what do I have next? What do we do after that? Oh, forward and lateral lunges. Ew. Yucky. This is going to be chunky. This left knee's been bugging me, which is okay. So, I'm going to step back. Oh, wow. Yeah, not happy. Tuck our core in. We're not going to go deep. We went deeper than I thought. 1, 2, 3. I'm a big knees over toe guy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we're going to go over the toe. Split lunge. 1, 2. Out. Oh God, I hate lunges every time, but they're so good for me. I like the results I get. Back, step, tuck it up. Ooh, 2 issues with that. Ankle didn't like that, knee didn't like that. Okay, so we're just gonna reduce the distance between them so it's less flexion on my foot. I have bad shoes at work. I need to fix it. But ideally, I'm not at work much longer. I've been doing 3rd shift at Amazon for 9 months while building out my ventures. Borderline close to client. Close doesn't count, but you know you're close when they're like, all right, send us a quote. I'm like, all right, let's do that. Oh my God. Been waiting for this for months. Waiting for this isn't the right words. I've been building towards this for months. You're always moving things forward. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Lots of discomfort there. It's all right. We're 30. Our bones are 34 years old. Okay, they're not perfect. Ooh, my ankle. Okay, let's do laterals. We're almost done with the warm up, and then we can go have fun. But yeah, if I'm honest, I'm really nervous about this live stream, which is weird because I've live streamed for thousands of hours across TikTok, YouTube, but I've never done it on LinkedIn in a context I care about. And what I mean by that is, like, once I started to figure out that LinkedIn is deeply contextual, it's about value, staying in a niche, talking about robots. I started playing that game a little bit. But honestly, like, this is a huge part of me. Fitness is an amazing part of my journey. There's a lot of people I think could benefit from exercising and from me making it accessible to them. I could still geek out about robots and the gaps. Let's see. Cool. All right. So I was like, take a risk. What's the worst thing that happens? I'm not gonna destroy everything we've built. Can't mess it up that bad. And you have to have a bomb every once in a while. to discover something new. I was like, let me take some risks, work out. Who knows? Maybe someone will pop on and be like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I could chat about robots. I could chat about fatherhood. I could chat about fitness. It's an everything stream. All right. Perfect. So we're gonna do. We have OG sounds first. So I'm gonna like open up my back. I do this dynamically. I'm hypermobile, so it's actually very easy for me to overstretch and pull myself out of alignment. I've done years of physical therapy. I have 2 compressed discs in my L4 and L5. I was on a pathway towards having a needle put in my disc with an enzyme injected to dissolve it, to reduce how much it's pushing into the spinal cord, and then eventually towards spinal fusion if we got that. And I didn't like that. So I lost weight, built up core and back strength, got smarter, just figured out inputs and outputs on health, and got off of epidural. So I was getting epidural injections in my back every other month. Same thing they do, well, loosely the same thing that they do for women in labor. Because when I wake up, I was totally immobilized getting out of bed. Just insane pain that radiated. I'd have to like throw myself out of bed, land in fear and agony, hips, knee, everything locked out from the source of the pain. And I get my shoes, I like make myself go run a pain mile. And then after a shower, I would normally be like almost okay. And I realized a lot of it was lifestyle. I just continued to put on weight. I continued to be sedentary in my career. And I had fallen off of a lot of rhythms and disciplines I had prior. And I had learned some new ones. And that leads us to today. I think all in, I did 3.5 years of physical therapy. I worked with an online strength and conditioning coach named Moose Boot. So he actually gave me all these strength workouts that we're doing together. He co-built my half marathon plan with me, which is awesome. He fell off of content creation, so I got to re-engage him at some point. Now that I have this somewhere. Oh my god. And oh my gosh, it's so tight. Holy crap. Oh no. But yeah, I've gotten better and better. I can run and play with my kids. Although now with third shift, I'm just too tired. I took them to the park yesterday. I took 3 of them to the park. I didn't do the baby because the baby requires more supervision. He was taking a nap anyway. That's our 4th Akio. And I took the kids to the park, and there were a whole bunch of other parents and other kids around. And it was pseudo closed off, and I like just sat in a chair, and over the course of 45 minutes continued to like crash out on this bench in public. And I was like, it's okay. Give yourself grace. Who cares what people think? You just worked for 12 hours on a Sunday morning from midnight to noon. It's okay that you're not perfectly running around the park with your children and your daughter through sand at a stranger. Like, you're not going to crush it every day as a dad. It's messy. And then eventually we met my wife at another park with the baby. I was a little bit more present. Followed Akio around. He was exploring. Akio's the baby. Yeah, there's always grace. Trying to show up and try again. It's interesting. I've worked in medical device for a decade of my life. I worked on all kinds of crazy technologies and different ways you can solve problems with a knife or a pill. And for a lot of people, that is a pathway towards progress. But unfortunately, like a lot of people just have to shift what they eat and what they do to get started, or to continue to maintain their results long term. And that's why DadBod's so cool. All right, so that's all of my windmills. Oh, actually, the latency is really not bad. Radio streamer. I'm impressed. Just checking over here for sanity. Everything seems okay. So we're gonna go. Oh, they're having issues on LinkedIn. Curious. Let me check my phone really quick. At least they told me. That's so nice. Seriously, I'm gonna fix something really fast. Interesting. But greetings, friends. Hopefully LinkedIn's working this time. It's weird that it gave me so much hate. It's also nice to know that the issue's from a LinkedIn side of things. Yeah, let me see if this is live and working. Interesting. There we go. That looks like it's working. All right, let's check this audio. Interesting. Double check. Cool. There we go. Looks like it's working. Well, that is just lovely. Oops. All right, let me come back in and work out for a minute. We're not going to be able to go too long with this, by the way, friends. Like, I have to jump into dad life soon. Okay, so hello again, LinkedIn. I hope you're well. We have I have 2 stretches I have to do elsewhere, and then we're going to keep working with our exercises, which will be fun. We're going to do something called, can't get too far back, it's like wall tickles. I'm going to tickle a wall, and then I'm going to stretch my shoulders, and then we'll lift. more actually. And now we have our 4 things, and we're good. But we might be done if that's my wife's second. Let's see. What's that? I'm getting contacted by coworkers at Amazon. Alright, so let's do our last stretch. It looks like LinkedIn broke again. Oh no, it's still here. Cool. So we got wrist breakers. And we'll start lifting weights for, we'll only have 20 minutes. And then we gotta get our kids up. That's it. So we're going over the top of the hands. It's terrible. It hurts every time. Flip. Hold that. Yeah, we had a very interesting couple weeks. Had interviews at Johnson & Johnson, Boone Surgical, and a couple 10K and 15K clients pending. Pending isn't closed, but it's progress. Cash in the bank is cool. I got paid yesterday by one client. I'm like, it looks like we're going to make rent again. All right. Let's see. So now we got to lift. So let me get my lift sheet set up. I'll reintegrate my tablet, and we'll be good to go. But greetings, friends. LinkedIn folks that are coming in late. I'm trying to experiment with live streaming workouts and just chatting and interacting with community, talking about fatherhood, entrepreneurship, robots, health, whatever people are curious about. All right, let me find my magic button. That. I have to do some techno foolery. Give me a second. Accept your connection request. There we go. All right, we got squat curl press. Yuck. Let's go again. I'll fix my camera because it's now too low. Put my phone up here so I can see if anything magical happens in chat. So greetings, y'all. We got some lifts. Should be fun. Should be different. Move my camera vertically a little bit. Get that just right. Still want some mat, but not all the mat. There we go. That'll work. I gotta figure out a better way to do this. I'm too crowded back here, but it's okay. So we got squat curl press. Yuck. And we have a couple minutes till the kids wake up. So I think I'm just gonna do single sets today, because getting one set is better than no sets, right? So let's do 30s with cold hands. You. Right. I hope you're all doing well. I hope life is fantastic. So the only one I'm missing from this live stream is TikTok. I gotta figure that one out next. All the rounds of experimentation necessary. I have a plan. Okay, so I'm gonna drop it down. Take a breath. Curl up. Rest. Reverse curl. Yay. This is day 849 of my fitness journey. My half marathon program, DadBod, starts at day 0 or day 1. I think it actually starts at day -7 because it kind of eases you into the program. And the whole goal of it is to make a half marathon accessible to folks who are heavier set, have pre-existing health conditions, or prior sports injuries. And I filmed it while I lived in Japan, which was awesome. So if you've ever wanted to see Japan, you can follow me around and I wear a GoPro on my head. Let's get set. What's nice about that was that was more than zero. And more than zero is progress. Last week we did 2 sets. Today, because of timing, waking up and figuring out our techno foolery with this live stream, we will do 1 set, and 1 is better than none. Okay, got dumbbell bench press. I should set the bench. Enough time. Yeah, we'll set it up. Should be fine. But it's one of the perks of having our own place, finally. After co-living with the in-laws in a 4-generation home for a year after hitting 0, having our own place allows me to do cool stuff like this. And I just want to give myself grace that each week it'll get better for you and for me. Oh my God. Let's try an incline, because I haven't done that since moving here. Oh, yeah, I gotta get my wireless mic set up next. So it'll be way better. Nice. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, keep those here. We can do 40s. Probably do more. That's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna keep experimenting with this live stream and stuff. I'm gonna make myself do it. Tell myself it's not gonna destroy any of the progress I've made. It's just a cool opportunity to connect and be real. And being real is the best. All right, let's go for 8 with a slow 3 count, even though my hands are very cold. Breath. Core. Okay, keep it down a little bit. Up, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I can do more than this too. Up, 3. Up, 2. Cool. That's good. Feel less whiny today. And we did 40s. I should have counted that better. I feel like that's 10. 10 reps. 1 set. 3 count. That's decline or incline. It's incline, I think. Oh, even if I'm wrong, hopefully I remember wrong twice in a row. Interesting. Okay, so Romanian deadlifts. We should do that. Let's see what. I have to wake my kids up yet. No, we still have time. Get up, Joe. I'm over here trying to sneak out of this. It's like, no, just do this stupid workout. Alright. So for Romanian, I know we can do more than 40. So now I have to deal with kilograms because my Japanese weights are in kilograms. I need to make like a little chart. So let's figure out what 50 pounds would be in kilograms. I feel like it's 25-ish. I have to Google this because I don't know. Okay, so 22.5. Grab my magic handy dandy tablet. I'm gonna do some quick math really quick. I'm gonna do erase all of this. This is gonna be 50s. This is gonna be 22.5 kg. Now I have to figure out how to make that. My rector says, like, it's just math. Do the math and lift the thing. Don't be so lazy. Okay, so I have to remember what the bar is. We have 1.5s. 1.25 plus 1.25. That's going to be 2.5. Trying to get to 22.5. Alright, so 5, 10, this is 20. The bar must be 2.5. Because I think that would just be 5, 10, 15, 20. 22.5. Okay, I figured it out. Whew! That was rough. Just gotta take the littles off. Fix my weights over here a little bit. I don't want to do this, but I have time. I made the time, woke up, made the choice, so we have to wait. This is all the stupid sing songs we have to do for ourselves. And we're gonna feel really good after we complete this. By really good, I mean sore and achy, but we'll know that we're more fortified. Logic. Like one of the reasons I haven't used those kilogram weights since moving into my new place is I haven't worked out in this gym very much since moving. But also it's because one of them was set up at a slightly different weight than the other, and I didn't want to match, which is again silly. Okay, we have our weights set up. Time to deadlift. Quick instruction for the kids. So if you're doing a deadlift, you want to push your butt back. And if you pretend that you're holding 2 cups of coffee and you have to close your car door, you drive the butt back to knock the door. And once you get to a certain point, you hinge down. But it's all butt, and then you want to squeeze the top. Like you have a walnut in your butt that you have to crack, which is what my physical therapist taught me, and it's like stuck forever. So you gotta go out there and crack the walnut, and that cured my life. Okay. Oh my God, this is heavy. I should have lifted that with better form. Okay. Get your core tight. Everything tight. Tweak. And try to go slow. I haven't done that in forever. I mean, I lift things up with good deadlift form at Amazon. And some of the boxes I pick up are heavier than that. But that was pretty cool. I tempted to do another one, but I have to wake my kids up in 7 minutes, so we're going to skip. So that'll be 8 reps. Call it progress. Single leg squat to box. Okay. Won't be able to squat to a box yet. I don't have that range of motion. Let me move these weights. 2 more exercises. Tell ourselves we can finish. It's gonna help me stand up taller. Pick it up, put it safely away. Away. All right, next we have, what do we have next? Squat to box. So we're gonna do a one-legged squat. Let me see if I can get this down. So we want to eventually be able to squat onto a box, but I have these bands to help me with range of motion. We're just going to do squat in the air on one leg. I have a lot of knee instabilities on the left side, hip instabilities on the right, and back injuries. So this is definitely in the challenge zone. Someday I'll do a pistol squat, which is where you like get all the way to the ground with your butt touching it on one leg. You look like, you know, it's kung fu. I'm not there. So put this out here, so we got a little tension on it for balance. Core tight, lift up my leg. See what this knee can do. Nope. It went from fine to not fine. So let's see. Let's start on the other leg. Oh crap. 1. So it's not full depth yet. 2. We'll get more over time. 3. Ooh, that was sharp. 4. It's been bugging me for a couple days. I've had this issue before. 5. 6. 7. 8. Let's go for 12. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Now the other one already is mad. Weird. Let's try. Shifting forward. I'm trying to figure out how to modify it. I guess I can keep, instead of this off the ground, I could do toe to support some of the weight. It's more like a 2-legged assisted squat. I want to see what's going on. Why is that so sharp? I'm like pushing into the discomfort to try to understand it. Because it's new. I don't like it. Once I get past a certain spot, it's okay. There's the depth. So I still want to get it under load, if possible. Got some shake. I'm trying to put as much weight into the left one as I can. It's maybe like 20% going through the other leg. There you go. There we go. Stabilized it. It's okay. It's just old bones. All right, cool. I figure out how to get these back up there. boys. All right, one more exercise. 2 technically. Single arm dumbbell row, single leg to squat, black band assist. I'm gonna say like 8 to 12 reps, light depth. Okay, bent hollow hold and we're done. Oh shoot. Made a mistake. We skipped one. We cheated. I got confused. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. All right. This is good though. We are up. We're out here. We're getting better, which is incredibly important. Romanian deadlift. So we skipped dumbbell rows. I thought something looked weird. Let's see if we can pull 50s today. That's a lot. Let's see if we can do it.
And then we gotta go feed our kids.
We'll do 50. Kids got to wake up a minute from now. We can do our bent hollow holds while they are waking up. So we're just going to row it up. I don't know if I've ever rolled 50, so we'll see if I have enough squeeze for this. This is going to be low rep, like 3 to 6. Five's good. Crank. Four. Yay. Oh no. Let's see, so that was 5. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe we pulled up to 50s. It's awesome. All right. 50s, 22.5 kg, 5 reps, X1, 3 count. So I'll note fast. I was kind of moving through it a little bit quick. All right, we have that hollow holds. Our kids will make it. Let's tear down this bench. We're just gonna make ourselves finish. As long as the kids still catch the bus. That hollow hold, which is terrible. I'm just focused on getting it done, which is good. All right. And then we'll be set to do all of our, we have so much content creation today on backlog. We have a podcast with Santosh that year to get out. I'm going to do some interesting work with Kayla Medical. Just one of the stealth spaces. Okay, 3, 2, we're going for 60 seconds. We don't want to. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Flutter, flutter, flutter. No, no. 60 seconds is always longer than what I want every single time. 27. $40. 45. Almost quit there. 50. 55. 60. Making it happen. All right. Fantastic. Put that back. That was good. That was a good time. 60 seconds. 1 minute without pause. Excellent, excellent. All right. It's 54, 55, so we got to get the kids up. So I'm going to kill the live, friends. Appreciate you. If you ever want to work out with me, there'll be a link in here to DadBod. There'll be a link to the Big Brain Club. I have a half marathon program nestled in there I could point you to. But appreciate you all. Go out and be great today. Keep changing the world. I'm going to press some buttons to end this techno foolery. And I'll see you again soon. All right, bye.